Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul, you're on my channel, and with me today is Disturbed. Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
I hope the fatty, I love you. He just dropped whatever it is, I have no clue. This super chat, whatever stuff, I have no clue. So yeah, we're here today on Liberty West. We got the TerraLife beta on it. Disturbed prepared 2 million questions, as far as I heard.
Slightly less than that. Only slightly.
Yeah,
Slightly.
and I'm so
1.9.
Oh, okay. I'm so nervous and I'm so sick that I really forgot my intro and I just shortened it up to something I never said before. So I hope you guys out there feel fine. Hey Sash, BGO, yeah, Disturbed, of course. Hello. Leon, hi. Fatty Gubby, yeah, thank you for the whatever €5. I have no clue, still have no clue. I'm still old. I hope that today there will be some viewers. I tried to change my settings, so hopefully you guys can see a little bit clearer now what I'm doing, and it's not so blurry. Hopefully.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, even when I'm moving.
You're moving.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, a little tiny bit, but
Okay, as long as it's better. Yeah, my OBS is going crazy here. With orange, red, green. Mist frames. But mist frames are going down. Okay.
it looks okay.
Yeah, we're trying it. If we are breaking up, just give me a notice in the chat, and I will dial down a little bit the bit rate. So, where shall we start? Some questions or some explanations, or some explanations to the questions?
I've got some questions that come from what you did last week, if that helps.
Yeah, sure.
So you had the two cover crops last week, the summer and winter ones.
Yeah.
And then you were cutting those and stuff was falling on the ground.
Yeah.
Can you do anything with those? Can you collect them and, I don't know, make compost maybe?
Yeah, it's for compost. It's called green cut.
Yeah.
You also get it when you are mowing here the side path, the side road. This is where we got the roadside grass. It's planted all along all the ways. You can cut this too. It will become green cut too. And we are working on some stuff to collect it. I'm hoping on SMI modding to do something for the next farm sim for it. And we got the cuttable hatches too. And this stuff is called green cut, what you cut. At the moment I got the hedge cutter from SMI and from Oxy. So you get hedge cut and you can collect it too and also use it for compost.
So this is the stuff you were saying about when I was saying that it was easier just to buy it because it's cheap.
Yeah.
Why on earth would you use expensive clover to make compost?
Yeah, I mean, the way it is at the moment in Farm Sim is that you got way too much grass, clover, and alfalfa. We increased the feeding needs of the animals in here 7 or 8 times now. And we still have way too much food to make. And there were people asking for a possibility for organic farms. They do buy clover from other farms. They cut it and it gets pressed in pellets, or it gets spread with a manure spreader on their fields so that they can gain some nitrogen. And this is a little bit the thought behind it, so that we can use it for something.
Yeah.
So it should have more purpose and more work to do. Jerry.
Yeah, and I guess it's a good way of using a cover crop, isn't it? In that you can plant either before or after and actually get something out of it.
Yeah, I mean we are still working on the whole stuff with the ingredients, with the fertilizer aspect of the cover crops, because with the precision farming as it is now, with just having nitrogen, it's quite poorly made. Without wanting to say something negative, but it's not enough. We need the phosphorus and the kalium too, and we can control a little bit the outcome depending on which cover crop we are sowing.
Okay, so in theory, they'll do different things with precision farming.
Yeah, I mean, if they put in much more ingredients, then we can balance it out with our cover crops, because those are used in real life to increase phosphorus or kalium or stuff like that, depending on the crops that you put in the greening mixture.
Okay. So we can stick with cover crops, or we can move to organic.
I'm all yours. I'm all yours.
Okay, so with the cover crops, one of the things that I know I've seen them do in the UK is to spray those off before they plant.
Yeah.
So they die back, and then you plant into the ground once the cover crop's died off. Is that something you can fit in, do you think?
At the moment, it's not quite possible to kill plants except the wheat that is on a different layer. But it's quite too difficult to implement herbicide, for example. I'm thinking of it. We are thinking of it, but it depends all on what Giants has planned on the next precision farming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the other thing is how it will work with their version of seasoned, as to whether you can time them dying off at the right point, so you don't need to spray them off.
We had this big issue last year when we had TerraLife finally done, and then precision farming came out, and they changed so much that we had to rework all our scripts, and they didn't work in the way that we knew. So it was all basically it was okay, that's it, we have to delay, we cannot release it because nothing is working anymore as intended. And if the same thing happens with the FS22 seasons and precision farming, right, so we just have to wait. We really have to wait for it and see what they will do.
I guess you're going to have to wait for the developers' documentation to come out, as well as just the game, so that you actually understand what's going on underneath it, rather than just, this is a shiny new game.
Case IH, hi. John Deere Lanz, hey. John Deere Lanz is the guy who's always there for 2 seconds. He comes in, says, hello, 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 and then he's gone, and then he will appear later on. David, hi. Berg Dekram, servus. Merhaba, sorry. So yeah, the script documentation is a really big aspect of what can go wrong, because if it comes out too late, I mean, it's always too late, right? It should be out now. So
I mean, really, they should have the editor and some of that stuff out now, so that you guys can be working now, so that in a month and a half, when the new game comes out, some of this stuff is ready.
Yeah, but I think they will again wait until they have fully patched the game. I think there's already a really big day one patch announced, so and from there we have to figure out what is wrong, and then they will patch. And I think they will come out really poorly with the script documentation, and as long as this is not fully out, or it is not out in the way that we need it, because they have to implement scripts so deep in the engine that we cannot touch them on a legally way, we're out of the game.
Yeah. Let's hope they've not done that.
Yeah,
I think this is kind of too fundamental to how a lot of people play the game, that not have it would be a big mistake.
yeah. With the not knowing of the feeding system, it really makes me a little bit nervous, because not knowing means it can go in quite the opposite directions, right? It can go very bad or it can go very good. So we really cannot plan on anything. So the only thing that we can do is we can test now here the stuff in FS19 and hope that there are similar ways to implement it in the next one, and that they did not close any of the doors that we need. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, Giants did really, really a lot. They helped a lot, they heard a lot, and they changed a lot. But of course, it's never enough for a modest perspective. I have really no clue. I cannot give any idea what we have to expect or what we can expect.
You just got to wait and see what comes out, really, haven't you? And
Yeah.
hope that they realise the benefit of this stuff and haven't shut it out. And I think, given how much they worked with you on getting this stuff into the game, I don't think they will have. That would be quite a change.
I mean, there are two different angles on it, because I do not think and I do not believe that they would purposely shut someone out. But if they have to change different stuff to make the game run more smoothly, or better on consoles, or better in multiplayer, it's of course their way to go, right? They would always go for the better and stable engine, and they cannot really take a risk. And so yeah. I have no idea. If they did not open up to us and said, okay, you are safe. We saw what you did in FS19. You will get it into 22 the way it worked in 19. Of course, they didn't do it, and I was not hoping on it. But it would be quite a good thing if we knew something, right?
Yeah. And some information is better than none, I guess, at this point. You've got a question in chat as well.
Gaming Chris, hi. Whoa.
From John Deere.
Oh, John Deere. What I'm doing exactly is I'm sowing some alfalfa into the summer greening. I was going with the mulcher in the last stream. I drove 2 rounds, and I just forgot to finish it. And with the Novak, I just can sow through it. I don't have to mulch it, so it's a pretty good thing to show in stream. So I'm doing this at the moment.
And as implemented, do you get a fertilization state from planting into the cover crop?
Yes and no. Yeah, at the moment, because we do not really know how it will be in the next farm sim. We just made it to show the stuff. And it works basically like a normal fruit. It's implemented like a normal fruit. So if you mow it, you will decrease the nitrogen.
Yeah.
If you sow into the standing fruit, you will increase the nitrogen. We didn't really give too much attention on this stuff, because precision farming really got the best out of us last year. So we were so hoping on it, and yeah.
Is everything that you're planning to do going to need precision farming pretty much? Or will there be a non-precision farming version?
No, I would say we are really looking forward for precision farming and seasons, because it makes more sense. to use both.
Yep.
And yeah, why not show the people how it is done in real life, what benefits you get, and all that stuff. Of course, there are always the players that want to switch it off. This time, I'm not sure if we will really get any work into making it work for the normal players. For the, I mean, there's no non-season anymore, right? Even if you can switch
true.
it off. Why should we do it? Because we will not do the TerraLife globally. It will be implemented on maps, much more than it is now, on our maps on the first side. So we will do what is possible to make it the most realistic way to do it. And afterwards, when we got all implemented, maybe we can dial it down a little bit, but first is to get it really out there.
Yeah, and this is never really a kind of mode for the casual gamer anyway, is it? It's all turning things up and making them more complicated. So yeah, maybe there's not a need for a kind of half version without things like precision farming.
I mean, precision farming, you can just put on the fertilizer state to maximum, and you do one fertilizer state.
Yeah.
Of course, there are people loving it, and they have to. It's okay for us. I will never judge them, but it's not the way that we want to play. And this is something that a lot of people really misunderstood. Was we are doing it not for the public, what we are doing. We are doing it because we want to play that way, and that so many people loved it was a bonus on top. So we are not stretching us to make it the most popular mod or something like that. We're making it, or we're trying to make it the most realistic mod that we can. And on the path to that, you always lose players.
You do, but I think you've got enough players that it clearly shows how popular it is, and I think you attract the kind of people that aren't scared off by complicated generally.
Is it so complicated?
Complicated may be the wrong word. I know when I first started using it, I thought it looked massively complicated, and I did not want to use it because it was too complicated. But then when I started playing, I thought Seasons was too complicated, and now I don't play without any of them. So,
Yeah, I mean,
that's part of the reason that I do the tutorials that I do, because it's not as complicated as it looks once you understand it.
And a lot of people didn't understand that I put in, for example, in the mixer wagon, just all the stuff that is possible to make it easier for people to see the fill types and change it the way they want it to have. Because I learned that if you tell them you have to implement this and that fill type, they really are... Yeah, it's too complicated for them. But if you tell them you just have to delete all the stuff you don't want, it's much easier.
Yeah, or you just do what I do quite often and leave it as half a screen's worth of bars. Just in case you want to put something different in.
Yeah, I copy and pasted the stuff. No, I cut it out and pasted it below the other sliders. So I still have everything in the mixer wagon, but it's for stream. It's much easier. Only have 7 or 8 bars instead of 25 or whatever.
No, as much information on the screen as possible.
Yeah, necessary information.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I struggle with on the stuff that I do is I love having everything up on the screen at once, and it doesn't make for the cleanest picture sometimes.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you grew up with the feeding and all that stuff, it's so normal for me, and I very often forget that people are not quite often growing up with a farming background, so They might not
No, not at
know.
all.
I mean, let's give them a recipe for grandma's whatever, and they will say it's much too complicated, right? And grandma did it in a
Yeah,
so it's basically the same, because grandma did it all the time. She blindly can do it, and for someone new to learn it, it's really hard. And yeah,
I think that's the same with trying to change it so that people have it the way they want it. Is it looks really scary when you open up the XML files,
yeah,
and I think it's probably for some people quite easy to break it as well. And one of the things that I had after the animal food additions tutorial that I did was someone asking, or one person asking if I could check all the two people asking if I could check all the changes that they've made, which I did for one guy because he posted all the pictures for me and it all looked like he'd done it just fine. And I think some of that is people are afraid to change it and that they might break something forever, rather than if it doesn't work, you can always just re-download the original. And doing that helps you out because you get more downloads. And I've lost my train of thought for the other one that I was going to go on to.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah. No, it's completely gone.
So
it was something to do with feeding, but completely gone.
yeah, I'm here. I'm you can ask later.
Actually, no, I remember what it was. So one of the things that I think it's in the text on the page for MaizePlus and the animal food editions, and it's something that someone asked me about the changes that I'd made.
Yeah.
Is if people could, because you were talking about having these as basically a geo for MaizePlus, and whether there is anywhere that people can start to download those because they're scared of making the changes themselves, or they've seen someone else's geo that they've done, and whether they could download them rather than having to make the changes themselves. Again, because I think people are scared sometimes that they will break it.
Yeah, that's what the channel is for in the Discord. I got the animal food edition channel in the Discord. So
Okay.
where people can, it's German and English, so people can change or exchange their made changes.
Okay. So you're happy for people to upload copies of
Yeah.
their geos, or I'm going to use the word geos because I quite like that as a way of thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean it's better if they just upload the XML, the animal food edition, not the whole.
That's what I mean.
Mod,
yeah.
Hey Pico, John Deere Paul, hello. DZP, hey. Who's talking with you? It's Disturbed, the one and only. So really, so really, people can upload the stuff in our Discord, and very often people ask, they want some changes, and if I got the time, I really fix the XML for them. I do it quick, and there are so many people in the Discord that can do too. So there's a lot of help there, and
yeah.
I mean. Worrying about not doing the right stuff and just checking in the Discord and asking politely, just saying I got some problems with the AFA, could somebody help me? There are so many people willing to help, and if it gets completely out of hand, I will hop into, and there's so many people capable of changing the animal food edition.
I think it is the fear of breaking it that people have, or it's. My background is in playing with code and stuff like that, so I'm not at all bothered about opening these things up and playing with them. And if I break them, I know I just go and download the original again, or I keep a backup.
Yeah.
But I think for some people, opening something like that and looking at it, it must just look completely alien.
Yeah, it is alien.
Yeah, it is.
Alien Paul. No, but this is one of the big positive changes, that now with having it in a separate zip file, you can easily change and try out. You don't have to unzip the whole map, and in multiplayer it was much more difficult. And if you got it running one time, you can use it on every map you want to. So I would say 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If you never...
If that...
Yeah, if you
I guess if you've not done it before, then 10 minutes is...
Yeah, 10 minutes. I think it's a good 10 minutes should be enough. And if you struggle with anything, ask in the Discord, because that's what it's for.
Again, I don't think people naturally find their way to Discord to ask for help. I don't know if there's the link on
everywhere.
The ModHub website. It's probably inside the PDF that people can't read, because most people on the internet can't read.
It's on every page.
There's a fence there, by the way.
No, yeah, I know. I was just looking at the chat. No, it's on the Alien Paul's Facebook page. It's on the Farming Agency's Facebook page. It's on the Alien Paul's Instagram page. It's on the Farming Agency Instagram page. It's on everywhere. So many Discords have our link, and you really, I mean, even if you try Google, the first upcoming hit is our Discord link. If you try Google now with MaizePlus support Discord or MaizePlus Discord, it should have been one of the first 3 hits that you get. And if not, you will get a link to a Facebook page from me or a farming agency where the link is on.
I did MaizePlus help, and I get your Facebook page.
Yeah. So it's really quite easy to get it. Yeah,
and I know I've posted the link on when people have asked stuff that I can't help with on my videos. There was someone who had something that I could not understand, and I pointed them at your Discord, and someone fixed it within about 5 minutes. So
yeah.
Your guys who help out on the Discord know way more than I do about most of this stuff.
Yeah, because it's on the fly, right? Nobody has to watch a video for it. But a lot of people just don't look up themselves for stuff. They just ask, or not even asking. They just say, "I got a problem with the AFA."
Yeah.
And nothing.
The number of people who will write a post somewhere rather than typing that same question into Google.
Yeah.
And then watching a video or reading something for 5 minutes and learning. But we probably shouldn't start ranting about that. There are people watching, apparently.
Yeah, but they are watching, they are not reading.
True.
So this is the food mixture that I got in here, and the hay slider is all the hay, and the straw too. So I really dialed it down for that you can see the molasses slider, the water slider, beet pulp slider, and beet shreds. In the beet shreds there goes the whole beets too. I just shorten it a little bit so it's easier to see here.
Yeah, apart from the ones that I did for the tutorial, I've not really done. I don't think I've done any edits to the animal food editions for the games I actually play.
Yep, I try to keep it as realistic as possible as it is within the game, because we would need much more sliders than just 4.
Yeah, you've got hay cobs in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
That new product you sneaked a picture out of last week or this week.
No. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there.
It was spotted.
It's somewhere here. These are the Deutscher hay cups. We are.
That's another real product.
It's it's a real product. We didn't do it alone because greetings go out to Jackaroo and Creative Mesh for the straw harvest add-on with the nice hay pellets and the pelletizer and all that stuff. So this is why we got in here the hay cups too.
So it links to the straw harvest stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes and no. Yes and no. The stuff, the stuff in the shop is completely separated from the straw harvest stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but now you can. It's basically for a little bit of a role play on Bergisch Land, because the Irrsinnreiner has the land market, the Deutscher land market, and now you can produce your hay, press it into pellets, and sell it at the wait, I'm not sure if it's in here too, but and you can sell it to the Deutscher landmark. Did I pass it? Did I pass it? Did I pass it? Did I pass it? Did you see it?
I did not.
So much stuff in here.
Yeah, way too many things in there.
Here it is. So you get a really good price for it. Yeah, so you can basically sell your own hay, pay the contractor for making pallets out of it.
Yeah.
And then you can sell it to Deutscher, and you can buy your own hay pallets, so to say, a little bit cheaper, to give it a little bit of a flow, right? So that you can work on it.
And they're another, because one of the things that, because I'm not a farmer at all, one of the things that I found really cool with this is these are all real products. These aren't things that someone's just made up for the game. These are actual things you can go and buy, which I found when I Googled some of them when I was doing some research.
Hey, Lancy. What is up? What is up? What is up? Lancy's in the club. Paul, could you make a TMR mix and explain a little what you are putting in and why? I could, but I'm a guy who's really good prepared for streams. So look at my mixer. It's completely full.
You have got F11.
Yeah.
You could make it completely empty.
Yeah. Should I? What do you want? What do you want to see, Fatty? The easiest way to make a TMR, or the way I make a TMR? Get into the specifics, because the easiest way to make a TMR is you use 1 bale maize silage, 1 bale grass silage. You put it in the mixer. You got TMR. Demo mix for cows. The Paul way of TMR. Yeah, okay, now you got me on my balls, because I'm not that good of being prepared. Wait, what can we do? We can do it. Wait, I can show you. I will do it at the shop, because it's the easier way to. Here's a tractor, so let's do it.
It's got loads of money. Just go and buy everything new.
Yeah, it's because I was preparing the save game, right? So
yeah,
it's always that. So let's do it.
Let's see if he does it right or wrong.
Oh, I'm flying. No. So, what the?
While you're
I
trying to
tapped.
remember how you make TMR, one of the things that I think we chatted about on Discord maybe, was how much of this you think you could maybe bring to console. And one of the things maybe is making the TMR more realistic on console.
Yeah, but this is something that really depends on the way Giants changes the feeding.
Yeah, I guess some of that might already happen.
Yeah.
What Giants do.
Because I have no idea in which direction they change. They changed or will change the feeding. So we really don't know where to start, right? There are so many possible ways to change stuff, but if they just put in a script into the engine and we can touch it, we can't touch it. All was for nothing then, right?
Yeah, I just know how the few feed mixers that are out on console, people got really excited when they could put, like beets and grain and stuff in them, which is kind of the beginnings of people playing with MaizePlus, or how I started playing with MaizePlus. It's just how far, hopefully in 22 you can push some of this stuff into the console world. Obviously within the limits of not being able to do scripting and things like that. Whether there's stuff already in the game that lets you change stuff, or maybe add in, if you could do a pack that had some of these, I guess I don't know what you can do with adding fill types, whether you could add mineral, for example, and then have that packaged with a TMR mixer that would take mineral.
I
guess we don't know yet. It's too far away, isn't it?
Yeah, the minerals are my main concern, because minerals and the power food is in real life stuff that you use in a small amount because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
But you cannot make it. You cannot make it worth that much as it should be because of the missing sliders. Yeah. So I really.
Yeah, you almost have to give up a slider to a very small amount of food with a high impact on productivity at the moment, and go down to 3 sliders for the food.
Yeah. So we will do a fast one. Oh, 2 bales are missing. Where did they spawn? Inside the shop?
Inside? You can always buy them again.
So this is just for the purpose of showing. Do not do this at home. Wait, I will have to
cheating.
Yeah, I'm still missing the explanation video that I wanted to do in German. I still haven't done it. Because this week was so off.
Yeah, I can't speak German. I can't help there.
So what did I put in? Grass, right? So let's make it that way. So we need...
It'll be inside the shop.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Let's do one more grass bale. And 3 maize silage bales. So I got the ratio 50-50 with grass and maize silage. Because that's always giving you the fair chance that you will not have a mismade mixture.
Yeah, it gets messy when you have to start saving the game and going out and editing what's in the mixer.
Yeah, or you just can unload it, right?
Yeah.
peeing over the whole map.
Yeah, it depends if you've got somewhere you can unload it into.
So you see now with maize silage and grass silage 50-50, you're already on a safe spot. We can put it in there with R, or we can make it that way that we can see what is going in there. I think you can put in the whole pallet for the mineral feed.
The other nice thing you can do with these is fill a bucket up as well, can't you, on a front loader?
Same
what
with
you need to do for the next one, and I haven't checked if you can or not, is make the pallets refillable like the realistic seed ones.
Which pallets?
The mineral feed and grain grist and things like that.
But
if you've got 2 part pallets, you can put one over the other, and it'll turn into one full pallet.
yeah, but if you have the empty pallets on a map, it really gives you performance issues.
They go with this. So the realistic seed ones go when you empty the pallet, it goes away. But if you've got a part pallet and you hold it over another part pallet,
yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying.
I like that.
I don't like it because we have it in so many multiplayer games that you come to the pallets and they are constantly filling from one to the other and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's so annoying. This is why we left that out.
Okay. I'll let you off, seeing as it's your mod, how you want to play the game.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah. It's just we have it with the seeding pallets here too, and it's sometimes really annoying. You go buy something like a half-empty pallet. You're driving to the field, want to deliver the seeds to the seeder, and you reach the field and you lost already half of it because it magically unloaded itself on the way there. On some other pallet.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. I don't play with you other strange people. I play on my own.
Yeah, I do play with the team strangers, so...
Fatty, yes, I think so. I think molasses is a byproduct of sugar production.
Yeah, but you can buy it in the shop too. I just bought it in the shop. We want to be...
One of the things with buying your molasses is it's really, really cheap as well.
Yeah,
you can sell the empty IBC for about the same price as you buy it full.
Yeah, it's... I mean... If we would have released the mod 10 months earlier, we would have made it much more fitting into the whole ecosystem. But now the main purpose was that as many people as possible use it and learn, because I'm still hoping that we can put it into the next farm sim as close as possible to the way it is working now, so that everything that you learn now is still there.
I guess with the productions in FS22, you'll be able to do lots of cool stuff with making our own molasses and doing stuff with sugar beet and getting all the bird byproducts.
Yeah, this is something I'm not sure if I want to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm working on something that I'm afraid that I cannot announce yet.
That's fine.
But I'm working on stuff for the sugar beet and for apple and stuff like that.
Yeah, and just looking at the stuff that Giants released, the sugar mill only produces sugar, doesn't produce molasses as well.
Yeah, of course not. It's Giants, right?
Yeah.
For what is there, a front loader? Yeah, this is just only to show how I do a TMR.
This is how Paul does it in real life. He just picks those bales
Yeah.
up and throws them in.
Have you seen me? Have you seen me?
He's built just like Daggerwin.
No, it is. I don't wanna buy too much stuff here, because this is a safe game where we will play on next week. We will do 2 streams per week on this map, and I don't want to crash the whole safe game now. So I don't want to.
You spent a day getting it to work.
Yeah. Something like that.
Just blame Fatty. He made you do it, and he's paying you to do this. Remember?
Hey Sam.
He's a channel member.
Who is the channel member? Fatty?
Yeah, he paid you to make this.
To what?
Didn't he join last week? But he joined the YouTube channel last week.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's why he's got the little cool MaizePlus icon after his name, isn't it?
Yeah. Molasses is a byproduct, a product of the sugar factory, but there are several different qualities where it's used for, and we have something quite different in mind, where you have not only the molasses and sugar and stuff, you got some other cool stuff in there, because there's a factory close by that I know for decades now, and I really want to partner up with them, because I like apple trees, and so yeah, the strong alien. Modelleicher is really in the chat. Unbelievable. Yeah, so it's basically you can put in whatever you want. You just have to keep in mind the sliders. You have to keep them in mind. I try to make it for the bigger mixer wagons like this, that you can put in 3 maize, 3 corn silage or maize silage, and 3 grass silage, and the IPCs you can put in a whole one. The pallet you can put in a whole one, that you don't disturb your ratio. But it's always depending on how realistic you want to play. For example, we got. But this is something that Irsin Rainer made. He made this silos here, where you can storage the Doika food. So, and you just go below it with the mixer wagon, and you can empty as much as you need into the mixer wagon.
Are they storage silos or buy points?
These are storage, and these are buy points.
Okay.
So he made both.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they are actually really 2 different silo types. So, and we got, he made also some cool stuff, like, for example, I think people who followed Instagram saw this here. He made this. He did not make the truck. It is made from the Italian model, but he changed the color and did the decals for our stream on Bergisch Land. Now I'm not sure where the silo trailer is. There it is.
Am I right in thinking I've seen those on some modding websites?
No. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Not this one. And now I'm seeing
some of the Doika branded stuff I think I've seen.
Yeah, you maybe saw the one where the Doika sticker is going straight up. It's just
Maybe.
like floating before the stuff, because we saw that, and Rainer just said, oh no, we need to do a proper one, because if something like this is out there.
Yeah.
So you see the decals, but he missed to color these black, because they are silver, and probably he re-uploaded the wrong one. Lewis Blackwell, hello. Sven, grüezi. So it's just for the maps now, for the role play on Bergisch Land, that we can interact a little bit more. So if there are too many people on the server and we don't know what to do, then one is yeah, he's he has to drive the lorry then, right? So he can go around. So we don't need the pallets at all. The pallets, not the pellets, the pallets,
Yeah.
the wooden ones.
Yeah, I always get those two words mixed up.
So I mean, if you got a bigger farm like that, you can really use such big storages. If you got a smaller farm, you of course can buy the stuff from the shop. You can buy single sacks, so if you got a really small amount of stuff. Nice, Lewis, nice. He starts modding when FS22 is coming out.
The single sacks of horse feed might be useful, I guess, because they don't really use a huge amount of feed, do they?
No, but what we missed in the first place when we started with forage extension, of course we changed the TMR for the cows, but I really forgot about the sheep, the pigs, with seasons with the grazing. So you had no food that you can buy that filled up every slider or the grass slider. And in the first place, I forgot to put in the silage that you needed for the TMR, so that when you start a new save game on seasons, you are in early spring, you got no food, you got nothing, and you can't make a TMR to fill up all sliders. So with time coming, we changed that so that we got the horse food is basically a horse TMR. The sheep food is basically a sheep TMR, and don't wonder why there's a cow head on it. It is in real life. They sell those sacks with cow heads for sheep. I'm selling those for 2 decades, and so many customers ask, well, I wanted food for sheep, not for cows. And and the first thing I did when I met the marketing manager from Modelleicher, I said, okay, I got one question. It's bothering me for the
It's just a really, really badly drawn sheep.
Yeah. Can I feed the cows with mineral sacks without a mixer wagon? If you put it in the animal food XML, you can do it. I don't have it, but Ilse and Rainer made it, so you have to put it in one slider.
There's a video somewhere of how to do that.
Yeah. This guy here with me in the voice, he did some pretty good stuff, but he's a German. Jarek is German, so I think he's also waiting for the video that I haven't done yet.
Yeah, the edit I did to the animal food editions towards the end of that video does exactly that, and puts mineral as one of the slider bars. And what I might do is maybe see if I can make a version of the animal food editions with that in and stick it on the Discord.
Yeah, feel free to. The biggest issue is if people change this stuff here and forget about the food mixtures. What I pointed out to you, that is very important.
Or the other way around, and they change the food mixture and it doesn't reflect what's in the bars.
Yeah.
That breaks the game, apparently. Someone told me.
Yeah, sometimes you're lucky and it just falls back to giant standard. Or it cracks your save game.
No, mine locked up and wouldn't do anything.
Okay, so you got the extended version. Hey Yogi, hey. My guest is the one and only Disturb, who's doing a lot of YouTube videos and some tutorials on MaizePlus stuff. Quite a good guy, very interested guy, and we had a lot of very interesting and intelligent conversations over the days and weeks. Maybe you can say something to yourself.
I can. So I have a very tiny YouTube channel, which is just past 500 subscribers. But I like playing with the stuff that Paul creates and trying to dig into how it works. And so I made a bunch of videos, and Paul shared one of them because he thought it was quite good. And we've been chatting a fair bit since. So I'd have no background at all in farming, apart from watching YouTube and playing Farm Sim. So yeah.
Andre, Norman, but how can we test without the right map with all extras? Well, the only thing that you need is the right map with enough height types. And all the other stuff gets delivered with our MaizePlus and the forage extension. You can buy it all in the shop. This is for that.
And it has to have a MaizePlus folder in the map.
Has it?
An alien told me that.
I'm not so sure if it's still that way.
I didn't think it did. I thought you just had to have enough height types, but you know, this is your stuff, so I wasn't going to tell you were wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure if MaizePlus checks if the animal food zip is in the folder.
I don't think it does, because I've used it on maps that definitely aren't set up for MaizePlus, and it works if I can keep the height types low enough.
I'm not really not sure. I should ask Modelleicher, because I'm really not.
It might not work properly because I've only done that in sort of testing of opening maps up and playing around before I actually get stuck in, and then I think, no, actually I want a farming agency map that's got all the extra stuff on it.
I mean, if you got enough height types, it's quite easy to put in the MaizePlus folder, right?
So yeah, it's another 5-minute job. So.
Yeah. Yogi, here's the channel from Disturb. But I'm not playing on any map without our stuff in. To be honest, now with the TerraLife stuff, we got so much work on the plate. Because we want to test this stuff as much as possible, and the best way to do it is testing it in streams, because there are people with different computer systems. Some are better, some are worse, so we can really check out which changes really affect the stuff. Yeah, I'm not even playing on Farming Agency Edition maps anymore, because I'm just playing on Liberty West and on Bergisch Land.
Your special maps.
You see, Sam says you don't need a MaizePlus folder in the map.
Yeah.
So
okay.
MaizePlus checks if the zip, the fourth MaizePlus mod, is in the folder, and you're good to go. I thought that we intended that, but I was not sure if we did it. So if your map has enough height types, or you're playing without seasons or any other mod that uses height types, you should be good to go with MaizePlus Forage Extension and the Animal Food Edition zip.
And particularly if you leave out if you don't think you need it, if you leave the CCM extension out, because that takes a couple of height types up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it should work on a vanilla map without seasons, without CCM. It should work. Did you release this map already? This map is released on our Discord in the Farming Agency Edition with horse extension. With this version here, this is our beta test version of the TerraLife, and this will not be released in FS19. Because there's too much stuff in that we cannot release and won't release in FS19 anymore, because we are so hard on the limits. But I got 50, 53. The cows in the back. 60, 50, yeah, 60. I mean, I'm really not regularly, my tongue, too much beer. I'm not falling below 40. Most of the times I'm with 60 on this map. On Bergisch Land, we have oftentimes 20. So we really have to figure out which is depending on the map, because Bergisch Land has a lot of stuff on it itself. And what is causing, or what gets caused by TerraLife. So we have to figure out that. Remember, I'm playing Wildbach with all the stuff, and all I did was extend the high types. Yeah, right. Correct.
One thing, if you're looking at using the tutorial on the Discord to increase the number of height types, I found that if you use the latest version of Giants Editor, it doesn't work. You have to go back to 8.1 or something like that.
For the convert of the PNG.
Yeah.
Always use the 8.0.
Yeah. I was trying to do it on the American map that I play, and I kept getting errors and got really frustrated, and then rolled back to an old version of Giants Editor, and it worked absolutely fine.
I think the last time that I used, that I really used for convert, that I tried to use it for convert, was 1.5 years ago. Because after 3 times not working, I went back, and I stuck with the 8.0 version.
You don't count you're some kind of evil genius using 8.2 to do it.
It should have been the normal way to do so, but always use the new stuff.
To the question on the mineral stuff and it breaking your game, Yerrick, post in the MaizePlus Discord. The guys there are brilliant at helping fix stuff.
I think he already did.
Okay. But yeah, if I get time, I will try and put together the version that I had in the video, which I probably haven't got anymore because I tend to delete stuff when I finish with it. Which had mineral as one of the bars for feed.
Yeah, what most people don't get is that you really can do everything. Yeah. Sometimes
I was trying to do the hay milk that you told me about.
Yeah, that was not good that you talked about that.
Okay.
So openly. No, it's no problem. No problem at all. I think there's already bio milk, organic milk in ModHub. So it's nothing new, but because no one can copy it the way that we will do it, because we have not only the milk, because we have a lot of other stuff that is coming with it, so it will be unique.
You did get a chance to say no, because you did get to watch it before I released it.
Yeah. No, I was giggling about it. I really thought, dang it. But then I thought,
That's why I give them to you to watch them before, because we talk about stuff, and if you don't want me to have it in there, I'm happy to delete it. So.
No, it was really fine. It was completely okay. I would have said something if it wasn't okay.
So back with you planting stuff into cover crops. I haven't asked you a question in a while. You talked about organic farming a while ago. Is there anything you can do for organic weed control?
Oh, now wait, we missed out a question. I didn't answer a question way before that, because you asked me if how to control the crop if you are tilling into the cover crop, if we have to kill it with herbicide, right?
Yep.
You have several options. You can use a total herbicide, or you can pick a mixing of cover crops that die when it's freezing, or that are only growing 1 year. So you don't have to kill them separately; they just will disappear.
Yeah, so it'll just wither with.
Yeah, it will wither.
And
right.
Maybe get it to work with seasons, so it will wither before you are planting the next crop.
Yeah. So this is in real life possible for the organic farms, because they are not allowed to.
A lot of people like to try and do organic farming in FS, and some stuff just doesn't work very well. And weeds is one of those, because seasons and weeds is always a bit weird. And I guess it depends how it gets implemented in the new version of seasons.
Yeah. There are so many questions that I would have to ask Giants, to be honest. Because there are so many possibilities, and I really hope that they don't pick the worst one. That we don't have to wait for Realismus modding to mod Seasons 2.0.
Honestly, I'm expecting that.
Yeah, me too. But we don't talk about it.
No. When people got all upset about 3-day seasons, so just wait for the real version to come out.
Yeah,
and it'll be fine.
I mean, there are so many expectations, right? Who really had thought that seasons would be implemented in Farm Sim 22 the way they announced it? Basically, they announced the worst case. Everybody was happy about having seasons, and when then suddenly came out that you will have, even without switching seasons off, you will have the month
weather.
And the seasonal changes.
It'll be snowing, and you'll be harvesting sugarcane.
Yeah, or you can bale some snowmans. Funny to do.
Yeah. I'm sure someone will come out with things that will change it to be more like the version that we all know and love.
Yeah.
Or some of us love.
So this is the reason why we only can plan on specific stuff and try it out still in Farm Sim 19. And really hope that we will get it ported to 22. There are so many possibilities that it can go quite in the wrong direction. But I will give Giants that. They really astonished or surprised me with a lot of stuff that they did, what I would have never expected to do. Like... on this save game now, I'm playing without real manual transmission. I got only, I think the Valtras are the only one with shifting. But on the other save games, I'm playing with real manual transmission from Modelleicher. And I got so addicted to all that stuff. I got 2 gear shifts, one for for groups and one for the right gears. And it's so much fun, and I never expected them to put it into Farm Sim the way that they announced it now. It's, to be honest, it's much more too realistic as they announced it to be true, right?
But I'm sure you'll be able to turn it off for the people like me that just want to hit forwards and backwards.
Yeah, sure, but it still is. It surprised me. It really surprised me.
I think it's something that's really fundamental to a game that's a lot about driving vehicles, though. If you think about all of the racing games and stuff, they all have gearboxes.
Yeah.
And a big element of this is it's a driving game, and you don't have a gearbox.
Yeah, but what did they say now with the announcement of the productions? Become a farming mogul. When I read this sentence, I thought, oh, they are trying to cover Sims or Farm Tycoon, or how it is called, the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Catering to, I guess, the apologies if any of them were watching, the console market that couldn't have all the global company stuff.
Yeah.
If you play on PC, production of things is not something that's new. But it's always been a big thing that you couldn't do it on console, and having it as part of the base game and trying to get some hype behind it for that, I guess they're going to do.
Yeah, but
Probably
on
spent a lot of
PC,
money developing it.
did they? Or did they just purchase it from LS Mod Company? I'm not sure. You know, we signed it. We signed a TOS where we have to give Giants every right at every time in every volume to use our mods in their game. This is what we sign. These are Giants rules. So yeah. So we have to deal with it.
Yeah, I guess you if you want to be part of their game, you've got to follow their rules, and signing over all the stuff seems a bit extreme.
If they would start implementing stuff here from MaizePlus into the game, we had no chance. We cannot say this is ours. It's quite the opposite to other modders. I mean, no one else is allowed without permission to use it. This is also in the TOS, but Giants didn't make that as clear as the 50,000 sentences to your mod is our mod now. So
I'll agree with the seasons bit, but my tractors are all automatic. They don't have gearboxes.
yeah, sometimes like this one. I mean,
Yeah.
I became an old farmer, and I really appreciated not having to hit the clutch anymore and all that stuff when I'm doing plowing or driving with the trailer. So it was a hard way for me to go back to liking shifting and all that stuff. But with the mods that we play and the playstyle that we have, it is really fun. It's really, really fun. But for this save game now, I deleted all the real menu transmission mods and I just got automatic, or however they are called, just to concentrate a little bit more on driving, on streaming, on talking, on chat, and just having a little bit of a relaxing time.
I guess that you're stressing the game engine enough as well with all the things that you've stuffed in for TerraLife before you start adding in other script mods.
Actually, we have still some scripts in there that are stressing also the engine. I'm not sure how much, but here is we got a mod in here that if you got a rake, for example, or a tedder, if you give low RPM, it turns slower, and if you put your feet on the gas, it turns faster. If you have a tipper and you're just using normal gas, it will go up slow, and if you give more gas, it will go faster.
That's cool. So I'm having to mute occasionally because I think my family are coming home, which means my 4 dogs are going quite crazy.
Nice, 4 dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam, it's not the workload. It's just the blowing up the log file with all the test prints and all that stuff.
My last set of questions, and they're kind of linked. It's a question that I asked you on Discord probably a year or a year and a half ago when Charwell came out. It was about using other products other than straw for bedding. And the answer I got then was just add it in to the XML and it works. And it takes them in, but it doesn't use them. So something that would be cool is using other bedding products in animals. And I don't know if that's something that you maybe are thinking about.
Works, but I'm not sure if Axie is still here. Correct me if I'm wrong, or BGO. I think it's the same stuff that happens with the straw pellets. it will use first all of one product and then you can fill in the other. And this is something that happened or came with the Alpine DLC patch, something like that. There, I mean, I know that Axie is using other stuff for betting. So
I've not been able to get it to work.
Yeah,
It,
just ask in the Discord. No problem. He will answer with a pleasure because he really did it. And the way why I was so hopeful that Miscanthus would come into pellets and into bedding was because so many, so to say, partners promised so much. They would do.
You're reading my questions.
I'm reading
my next question. My next question is about Miscanthus.
Okay, yeah. Tell me.
And more uses for it. We need more things to do with it because bedding. All you can do at the moment is sell it.
Yes. Miscanthus is used for heating plant.
Yeah, I know in this country it's used a lot for biomass.
Yeah. We ourselves have a biomass heating plant, so we don't use Miscanthus because we don't have it. But at the moment we are firing it up with spelt and cherry pops. But this was basically so many partners promised, if you put this in enough maps, we will deliver this and that and that. So we put it in way over 100 maps, and none of them delivered anything. And it was way too much for us to do. I was really thinking about getting rid of Miscanthus. But then I thought maybe for the next farm sim we will do something for it ourselves. Because it's quite fitting into the stuff from our partner from the seeding company.
And I know. I think over here there's quite a big incentive to plant it as well.
Yeah.
Because it's the carbon regeneration and things like that.
BGO made a machine for that. Made a machine. He reskinned and repurposed something. Well, I have to see. It should be on the planters. Should be in here. It should be this. Oh. I think I got the wrong version in here, but he basically used the sugar beet, not sugar beet, sugar cane planter, and reskinned it and reworked it. Let's see if it popped up here at the shop. Oh, come on. Did it or did it not? No, and I got the broken version. Okay, so it normally Miscanthus gets planted like sugar cane. So that we had another purpose for it, for the machine to use, and a little other workflow, and they're played in the intention of changing all the ground textures. We came up with 24, 25 new ground textures, so that we have the planting rows and all that stuff. So it became suddenly such a big side project, that it was way too much for us to do in Farm Sim 19, or even to show in TerraLife. But there's a lot of stuff that we really could reuse and take on again for that. But if the next farm sim has not gotten rid of the fruit type limitation, we have to kick the vineyard, the cotton, the olives, and the sugar cane, and Miscanthus will go too, because I need the spaces for other plants. when you see
Yeah,
here.
the other stuff you've got planned is cooler anyway than that, isn't it? I guess. So
Yeah, we got 2 types of corn. We got silage corn and grain corn in here. Where's the other one? Silage corn is below here, and we are already with the landscape, roadside flower mix, winter mix, summer mix, cuttable hedges. We're already maxing out. This is the maximum you can get in now with the limitation. So cuttable hedges, I would be ashamed to get them or let them out because they are used for the compost stuff. And it's nice to have use for machines that SMI already released, and Oxy will rebuild his hedge cutter. So it's basically Miscanthus that has to go then. And all the new stuff that Giants implemented. I mean, sorghum, we got sorghum ourselves in here, so there has nothing to go. But the other stuff. Is there a greening with the sunflowers and Phacelia? Phacelia is in most of the winter greenings because Phacelia is dying off or withering in winter. Leon, sleep well. Thanks that you have been here. Sounds like MaizePlus forest extension. That will never happen. That will never happen.
unless someone buys out the MaizePlus brand and you into a forestry.
No one can. This is not for sale. I would take it to my grave. Here lies, here died the alien MaizePlus, whatever.
with a nice tree planted as a headstone.
Yeah. Sven, keep your schedule up because next week 2 days a week streaming on this map, right? So safe game seems to be okay, but you have to repaint some ground textures here on your farm. But he's the one who's playing with me here on this safe game normally, and I think he's still a weight lying around from him. Yeah, Sven Heiliger. He forgot it the last day that we were silaging corn silage with the baler here. It's quite nice. No, but what I really like about the all the crops that we have in here is it's looking much better and nicer for the eye. It's more eye-catching, the different colors, but they all go smoothly into each other. Right? It's all fitting more and better than we had in the horse extension because BGO redid all the textures and all the LODs and all that stuff, and I hope that we get a lot more for Farm Sim 22 because we have so many fruits. I mean, we got a seeding company as our partner. Come on. I mean, there's winter barley, summer barley, winter oat, summer oat, wheat, winter, summer, feeding beets, sugar beets. There's and so many greenings and so many grass stuff because we're planning on doing lawn grass.
There are people that will love that.
Yeah, there are so many people or mappers building maps that are with a lot of buildings and houses with lawns. And what if you had not only a snow mission, you had a lawn mow mission? Right?
There's a whole separate game for that.
Yeah, I know.
Come out on Steam.
I know, but why shouldn't we do it in here? Because we can use the green cut for composting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so.
There is a whole subset of players that will love that.
Yeah, and then you got the new grass texture, much finer for the lawns and stuff like that. So
You know you'll have to put that in more than just your fine subset of TerraLife, though.
I mean, Oxy will get it because Oxy basically had at the same time the same idea as I had, and he already did the long grass texture, so it will be on all TerraLife maps then.
Yeah.
So a lot to do.
So you can partner with 82 Studios with his 0-turn mower and.
Yeah. That's a good question. If I should or not.
I just think that there is a whole market that won't want TerraLife but would want lawn cutting, and they won't play the TerraLife style maps.
Well, I'm not thinking about grabbing most of the audience, to be honest. If there will be a lot of changes in partnership for next farm sim, because what I learned was that most of the guys out there, so-called partners, just try to get the best of me, and only a handful of partners really said, okay, you help me, what can I do for you? And those are the partners that I prioritize for Farm Sim 22. Because we had so much work for others that really often not even said thank you. And we really we really lost a lot of our work flow that we had to do because of helping so-called partners. And those real partners are farming agency musketeers like Oxygen David, Edo Modding, SMI Modding, Lancy. Those are guys who really helped out when I needed them. Yeah, so they didn't just take; they said, "Okay, if I can help you, I help you." And this is really what is necessary for a good partnership, for a healthy working together.
And a sane you. It doesn't have to do 28 hours a day of support.
Yeah. Do you play ETS? No. No, I don't. I really don't. And I won't. There's so much stuff to do here. I got no time for truck sim. And I'm so happy. I think Modelleicher should be happy too, because I got rid of all the Massey Ferguson, and I'm now here on a JCB and Case farm. Finally, because he doesn't like MF. I mean, there's still a baler here, Massey baler, but it's a good one, so it will stay. So you say you have to take care of your dogs.
Yeah, I've exhausted all of my questions as well. So I was gonna.
There weren't that many.
No, I need to think of some more now.
Yeah.
They kept us talking for an hour and a half, so. And you've done very little actually playing the game.
Yeah, I didn't expect to play the game that much.
You planted one field.
Did I?
You did.
I actually did, and I crashed.
And you made some TMR.
Yeah,
and you nearly crashed into a fence.
No, I crashed. Oh yeah. He didn't load it because of failed to load. I just forgot to copy something in here. No, I crashed. Now the word is gone. The shop, because I bought this thing here, and I'm not sure which one I have to sell the right one. So hopefully
the one with the least hours on it.
Yeah, hopefully they are not similar.
Shouldn't be.
But they can. It's all possible. This one.
The one that's worth the most will be the one you
12
sell.
days, 0 days. This one here.
Yeah, the one that's worth 115,000.
And this is the way you feed TMR. Gone.
Yeah. You just sell it.
Yeah, just sell it. So, if you want to, you're always welcome. We can of course repeat it, because next week I will stream 2 days on this map with English streaming, but with Sven in the multiplayer, so we can actually play on our stuff here, because I think it is the first time that I really are able to harvest some crops, some corn, some wheat, because it is the first save that I restarted before the harvest starts. Geiselsberg, I quit it before we harvested, so yeah, so I will really, I really am looking forward to it. To the next.
They custom textures.
Which one?
The whatever the field was you were just in.
I think.
Wheat field.
Yeah, they can be. I'm not sure, because BGO changed so much. Sometimes I get 6 versions in one night. You check this one, check. Oh, I got check this one, check, and I really lost the overview. But it should be probably it can be Oxygen's, it can be David's wheat texture, or it can be Erebus's wheat texture. One of both. I'm not sure which one. I had to lie if I would say this or that. But
just look good.
With the textures, we of course only use stuff from guys where we get permission, or do our own textures. But the wheat texture, I'm not sure. It's probably possible that it's from Chellington, or that it is one from Erebus. I'm not sure. I really am not sure.
Yeah, I didn't play Chellington enough in the end to recognize it.
Yeah, it's so sad that Oxy didn't release the official horse extension version of it, because the released version he updated it himself when he wanted to release it to Christmas last year, and I was not ready with TerraLife, and I had to delay TerraLife, and I was at a really bad place last year before Christmas. And I had no time for implementing the stuff, and he did it himself, and he missed some stuff, and he I think some stuff is not in there on purpose because of performance issues that he had, but so the fruit destruction is not working as intended, and other stuff is missing, and I made the version completely ready and gave it to one of his testers. So I thought we maybe could release it in a Discord or so, but did not happen yet. So
is that because there's a newer version on Simply Safe, isn't there? It's not that version, is it?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
I think that might have just had some of the bug fixes in it.
Yeah, not. I
don't think it was a full horse extension version. Not sure.
If the fruit destruction is working and the compost is working with all, then it's our version. But I think we called it Farming Agency Edition. Most of the times, except the maps from Lancy, because he called in the beginning Stone Valley already Farming Agency Edition, even if it had nothing to do with the Farming Agency editions of the maps that we have now in the Discord. Right, he put it in there, and others followed and called every map that had forage extension or horse extension Farming Agency Edition. I really got some angry folks on ModHub. They said, you push people to use this name, and I said, no, I don't. It's just because of Lancy Boy, because he started it, and the others just follow.
Yeah, so, I can't tell if the version on there is the full one or not.
I'm not sure. So, but let's wrap it up. I'm really thankful that you have been here. We had some.
I'm glad glad to be on. It was good.
Yeah, we had
Keep
some
having me.
issues. Last week you were sick. This week I was sick or am sick, but I did not cancel. Beer and drugs, yay! Please don't do this at home. Yeah,
Only suitable for aliens.
yeah, and thanks to everybody in the chat who was there. Still, the English streams are not the strongest. I hope it will spread a little bit more when I start regularly streaming in English, because there are so many in our Discord that I really want to cater to. Just put the questions out there in the Discord or below the video. If you got some, I try to answer them in Discord or with the next video. But next week on this map will be real streaming of actual playing the game and a little bit less standing around. So of course I will answer questions too, but yeah. So everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for pushing the like button or being a member, becoming a member, donating, tipping, whatever. Thank you, Disturb, for being here. Thank you for doing the tutorials. And I think we will see us and hear us latest tomorrow or in the next stream. Bye-bye, guys, out there.
Bye, everyone.